As a business owner, how do you handle declined credit cards? Well, the only right answer is gracefully. Let's go through some tips, tricks, and ideas on how to handle declined credit cards gracefully online and offline. Having a credit card declined is not a happy situation for anybody, so we really have to handle this with a lot of grace and tact. The first thing we have to know, though, is to not use the words or any combination of card declined. And since it's already a stressful situation, saying that to the card owner will really only worsen the situation, make them more stressful, and more than likely really embarrass them. It's an awkward situation, nobody wants that. So don't use the word card declined. But what can we do? Well, that leads us to point number 2. We can take the burden off of them and place it on us or the system. And how do we do that? Well, we can create a little narrative on why this is going on and it's not their fault. We can say such things as, well, our machines are a little bit slow today, so maybe we can try another card? We're sorry, but we're having some trouble with our systems and the card didn't go through. We're having some trouble with our machines, and you know how security systems on these credit card systems can be. They get paranoid about fraud and security, and you're from out of town, so maybe that's why it didn't go through. May we try another? Our machines are always causing us trouble, and you know how these companies are with security and fraud. So may we try another card? We're sorry, but the card didn't go through. And don't worry, this happens all the time. You know how these credit card companies can be, and these systems are very finicky, and lately because of the weather, it's been going really crazy. So do you have another card we can try? Our systems are having a bit of trouble and had some hiccups. May we try another card? I apologize for the delay. Our systems are a bit slow today with all the traffic going on. So we weren't able to run this card. Do you have another we can try? There are lots of reasons why cards can't go through in actuality. So as long as we take the burden off of the client, our patrons, that's good because that puts them at ease, makes the situation so much less awkward because it's our fault, the business's fault that so-and-so card can't go through. And that's okay because at that point they're going to love you more because they know something went wrong. Most people, actually a lot of people, will recognize, oh, card was declined, time to try something else. And since you're not blaming them, you're blaming something else, they're like, oh, okay, here's another. And we've never really experienced any problems with that. Of course, there's a few weird people, but most of the time, they're like, yeah, okay, here's another card you can try. Having a narrative is really important. Sometimes, though, it's just as important to be very discreet. In those situations, you can simply go up to the card owner, tell them, hey, we're having these issues, and tell them that privately and quietly. No need to make a fuss about it. This is more so important if your clients are Asian. Why? Well, here's a quick cultural lesson. To Asians, what others think of them is extremely important. And in a situation where the card is declined, it's even more so important that they save face because they don't want to be embarrassed. And again, what others think of them is extremely important, far more important than the money aspect. So we have to handle that very, very carefully, very discreetly and privately so that nobody else knows. And that's the whole point there. So we make them look like the hero and nothing ever went wrong, at least so others know. Handling declined credit cards online is more or less the same the way we handle it offline. We have to be cordial, we have to be tactful, graceful, and that's all we really have to do. So the way we handle it online is we can of course give them a phone call, or generally we're going to do it via email. There we simply say, hey, there was a problem processing your payment. Or we're having some troubles with our systems, and depending on your brand, you can always play around with this, or use some quirky words, make fun of it. Sure, the whole point is we don't put the blame on them. We say there was some general issue, let's try another card. And a lot of people use this. And if you've ever shopped on Amazon, for example, you don't get to say card declined email. You simply get an email that says, hey, there was problem processing payment, click here to resolve this issue. And that's it. There's no card decline, there's no hard, hey, something's going wrong. So that's how you handle credit cards getting declined online and offline. Remember, be cordial, be graceful, be tactful, and be discreet. It's that simple. If you like the ideas and strategies presented in this video, click subscribe here to get more videos like this, or even click here or here to get in contact with me, because there's so much we can do to really create extraordinary experiences out there in the world and in your businesses. So again, thanks for watching and stay tuned.